Hello and welcome to this new video. This is a little field of daisies that I painted and I want to share my painting secrets with you. I have covered with masking fluid a very rudimentary sketch of daisies. I painted the centers and I covered that with masking fluid as well, and just a few dabs and streaks here and there. Once the masking fluid has dried completely, I wet my paper completely with water and I am going to add color to it soon. My board is laid flat. I haven't angled it. I'm adding mixtures of Prussian blue and lemon yellow. You will see as the painting is darkened with the color that I have also added streaks and dashes of masking fluid here and there just to give an impression of highlights among the daisies. This is meant to be a fun, enjoyable painting experience. So don't worry if your daisies are not absolutely perfect. Just enjoy the process. Throw the color on and see how the painting just literally paints itself. Don't worry if as you're painting you find that sometimes the color looks a little dark. Watercolor always dries a little lighter than it actually is. I like darkening the edges of my painting because it guides the viewer automatically to the picture in the center. You can see now quite clearly the lines and marks that I have made with the masking fluid. I will add some salt to it just for a little bit of more texture. I love the effect of salt. I've used it before. Just a few more strokes with my brush and I'm going to add salt. I'm sprinkling a small amount of ordinary table salt over the painting while the paper is still wet but not too wet. I'm going to leave everything to dry, and as it is drying, it's quite intriguing to watch the effect of the salt. It creates these little blooms, as you can see. It pushes the paint away so that you get these little tiny white blooms coming in. You'll see as the paper dries even more, the little white blooms created by the salt gets even stronger. It lends a very pretty texture to the whole piece. While we wait for everything to dry, I just want to share with you that I have now opened up memberships for subscribers. You can choose to join and you can cancel anytime. There are several perks for members only, like shorts which only members can access. There is merchandise that you can buy at very discounted rates and things like that. I also take this opportunity to thank each of you for all your support. It has been so wonderful and I greatly appreciate it. I just scraped off the dried salt with a brush. I'm adding a few drops of Prussian Blue, and I will add to that a little lemon yellow as well, just to add to the field of little flowers and weeds along with my daisies. I'll add some lemon yellow. I think it's starting to look quite pretty. I'm going to let everything dry and then I will scrape off the masking tape. I'm just using my finger. And all the masking tape is off now, and you can see the whites of the daisies. I'm going to darken the centers because I feel it has lightened a bit too much. For the centers, I'm just adding lemon yellow and a touch of a transparent orange. I'm now going to add little stems. I'm just dragging the paint across. I've used a mixture of sap green and Prussian blue. I'm just dragging the paint across the white streaks so that you have an impression of tall stalks, tall daisy stalks. Paintings like this would also make very attractive cards. I'm sure anyone would love to have a special hand-painted card like that. I'm now adding leaves. All I'm doing is just scraping my rigger brush lightly, and I'm giving the impression of leaves. Nothing too defined. This is a very loose impression of a field, and the leaves are just, scraped on. A few more leaves and impression of weeds among my daisies. Some leaves. Just a few more details. The daisies look quite pretty as they are, but I might add a touch of lavender to those white petals. So here I'm adding a little bit of lavender, just the barest hint of it, to the white, just to give it a little more depth. I'm just adding a very, very watery shade of lavender just here and there. I'm not covering the entire flower with the lavender. It's just a little impression, a tiny bit of color, just to add some depth to the flowers. I think I'm quite happy with the way it looks. I like that little hint of color to break up the white in the daisies. I have a lovely bright cardinal that keeps me company as I paint. He's a shy bird. I don't know if you can hear him, but it's so nice to see him at the window. Just a few more dabs with my brush and we're almost done. I am darkening the bottom of the painting now, just to give the impression of, grasses and some foliage. To do this, I've added mixtures of Prussian blue, a little sap green, and a touch of lemon yellow. I had some lemon yellow left over, and so I added it to the mix. I think it's looking quite lovely now. It gives more depth to everything. I hope you enjoyed this little demonstration. It's been so much fun. Do give it a try and do consider becoming a member. There are several perks that you can enjoy. Check out the description and you'll find the link there. I prefer using artist grade paints because they're definitely more vibrant, they have more pigment, and they will last much longer. And here is the finished piece. I hope you will have a go at it. Thank you for watching and happy painting.